EPA passing.
You know, they got a code. It's like code 0. Right, so it's not code 0. Hold on. Because I don't like to like that.
We're gonna issue.
You need to stay.
I ain't say I was going nowhere. Watch out.
Where are you going to?
I can't get out the truck. I'm being detained by the ambulance. How you doing?
He also requested PD and supervisor.
Asthma.
He feel he wasn't being treated properly.
I wasn't.
So tell me what occurred and what was why he got called out.
I don't even know why they got called out, but it took them about 30 minutes to get here. I was already having an asthma attack, which I can understand that maybe it took them a long time. But upon them getting here, they stressed to me that I had to go to the hospital in order to be treated, which I don't. Which I need to get that in writing that they said that these people pulled up in the
So
ambulance.
they suggested to you that you need to go.
No, they told me I did. He specifically told me
But they
that
can't, they're not going to force you. They can't force you to go to the hospital.
no, he should have told me that. That's not true. That
They tell everybody that
I
they
want
make a
it.
recommendation. Even like when we go to call with people overdosing, they make recommendations.
She told me cannot treat me. He said in writing, I need his name. I need what she said in writing, I need her name. That's just see, that's what I'm saying. See how she doesn't know she works for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nobody did anything aggressive to you.
does that look like she's not doing anything aggressive to me? You see how she just advanced?
That's the reason why we called you PD.
I told you to call him.
I called PD for our safety.
For your safety, I need your name. Where you going? You work for me.
Listen.
I need your name.
So while we're out here, definitely while I'm out here at this point, we're not gonna, as all of us, start arguing.
Right.
All right. I'm not gonna have that. All right. There's a way to do things. So
Right.
going back and forth. At some point, people out here gonna have to be professional
Facts.
and be adults. All right. Because if not, then I'm gonna say less and I'm gonna do more.
Right.
And then we just deal with it after that. All right. So if you would like to speak to a supervisor, you can do so. But going back and forth with her is not gonna get you nowhere.
Yeah, I told her to call her supervisor.
All right, fine. There's no words more that you have to say to her.
I need what she said to me in writing. And I do need her name. I don't know who that is.
So that's not something that I do. I don't work for AMR. I work for the police department.
Right.
That's something you got to get from that company.
Right.
All right. So you were recommended that you go to the hospital because of whatever asthma you had. You felt like you were being told to go to the hospital.
No, don't do that. No, they told me I had to go to the hospital to get treated.
I'm just trying to understand something.
Yeah.
Again, you're coming off all the way wrong. Don't tell me what not to do because I have not yet came out here and told you what not to do. So
Okay.
you need to mind yourself.
You told me not to go back and forth with the adult.
Yeah,
The paramedic who argued with
it's not
a
needed,
patient.
sir. I'm here for that. That's not gonna get you nowhere.
Right.
So right now, like me talking to you the first time, like I talk to anybody. It's as I start talking to them, I start also evaluating.
Can I get your name and badge number really quickly on record?
You're cutting me off, sir. I had not cut you off at the same time.
There's no need for us.
I got you. All right. Do you have any kind of mental health, anything like that?
Sir?
Or have you been diagnosed with any kind of mental health? Yes
No,
or
sir.
No. All right, good. I asked everybody that.
Have you been diagnosed with any type of mental health issues?
I asked everybody that I speak to.
Okay.
So don't
Well,
take
now I
it-
know to ask
so
people
don't-
that too.
So don't take it personal.
I'm not. Have you been diagnosed with any type of mental health issues?
If somebody was to ask me, they can go check and see. Do you
Okay, I
have
also
ID?
asked you for your name and badge number. You didn't give me that.
Officer Estes 1508. Do you have ID on you?
I don't. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Look, my name's right here. Read that. And my badge
I don't know how to
number.
pronounce it. Can you pronounce it for me on record? What's your name and badge number?
Read it. I'll write it down and give you a card. My badge number is 1508. All right?
And your name?
1508. It's Estes. All
Thank
right?
you.
How you say it?
No, you said it.
Let's say pronounce it. Since you don't know how I pronounce it for you.
You were here to make sure that there was no issue. Our business is actually concluded.
Okay, so
I appreciate
need your identification at this point.
Why do you need that?
Because right now you called us out here.
I didn't call you.
Okay. We have called out here by MR, so I need your identification. If you wish, and that's why I'm talking to you at this point. So, where are we at?
You need my identification?
You know what? Hold on one second.
They actually got that for you if you want to do business with them. What do y'all think y'all doing?
basically need your son. There's some reason that you're not going to need treatment. Like you said, you don't feel like you need to go to the hospital.
I don't.
So you can sign that. You can go on about your way.
Okay.
So that's just where we're at. So we're just waiting on you.
What do you? Why you need a witness be signing it?
I don't know. I just told you what they needed. And that's just where we're at.
Okay. So you're gonna sign too?
I
That's what a witness does. Why is he here? Why is he still here?
Because we feel safer with him here.
You feel safer with him?
Yes.
Or you just let me go? I didn't refuse to go to the hospital. You told me I had to. That wasn't a part of my treatment.
Okay, so when we come out, you gonna sign?
No.
Okay, so now what?
I didn't refuse. You telling me I'm refusing to sign to go to the hospital?
You to sign, saying that you don't want to go with us. That's it.
Why? That's
because we have to. That's our protocol. We have to.
No, I didn't even say I wanted to go to the hospital. So I ain't refuse to go. Y'all said that I had to.
Have everybody, y'all with him?
No. Y'all go ahead.
It's too early.
Facts. And it took them 30 minutes to get out here for an asthma patient. And she was telling me she wasn't gonna treat me.
No, I did not.
Like,
I never said that.
yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You said if I wasn't.
Why are you out here?
I said we need to go to the hospital. That's what I said.
All right, so I'm not signing a refusal to sign when I ain't refused.
So
How you gonna tell me I refuse stuff? I ain't even. I don't have to go to the.
hospital with us. We come out.
What, you gonna kidnap me? I don't have to go to the hospital. You talking about an asthma treatment? What are you talking about? You supposed to come out here and do your job. Okay, so what you talking about? I gotta go to the hospital then?
When we first got here, I said you want to go to the hospital.
That's not what you said.
You said no.
Stop
I
playing.
said, we have to
That's
take
not
to
what
the
you
hospital
said.
to give
You
a reason.
you hopped out on 3800
Oh, you go 38.
and said we not doing that. We can't do that.
We can't.
Because he
Look,
the
that's why I
other.
called my supervisor.
Why are we still
I
talking?
called
You
my
ain't hear him say
supervisor.
we ain't arguing.
I
That's
called my
our
supervisor.
business is concluded here. You have my name.
Your signature.
You don't need my signature because I ain't refused to sign them. I'll holler at you. Yeah. I want to switch it up. Somebody say, I told you to call them because y'all got them. All y'all was on one. Fuck. Trying to figure out why Buddy's still here, trying to do business. Bro, our business is concluded. Only reason why I suggested that you be called is because they were tripping. The hell? Or refuse to sign. How am I refuse? I ain't asked you to do none of that. Y'all better know how these people do. I'm asking for my social. What you need my social for? We gonna bill you. You gonna have to figure that out by your damn self then. I ain't asked you to have this shit. The fuck? All y'all. Have you been diagnosed? No. Have you been diagnosed? Nigga, if I ask you for your name and badge number, that's what the fuck I meant. Talking about no, read it. No, you read it. That ain't what you trained to do. State it for me on record. The fuck? All of y'all. I should have got all this shit. I ain't got no time to be trying to buck on no 12. You know what I'm saying? They all get on one. That's what these folk do. She trying to play different now. Nah, as soon as they took y'all 30 minutes to get here. I told y'all I have an asthma attack, didn't have my pump. We ain't gonna have that shit till the day. It took you long enough to get here. Then you got an attitude with me when you get here. Then you gonna tell me I gotta go to the hospital. Bro, what the fuck? No, y'all wanna get paid for all this extra shit. Like you don't know I know. All this shit is business. I ain't asked you to take me nowhere. Pull out the little machine, turn it on, and we all have a good day. Don't ever let these people tell you gotta go to no hospital, none of this shit. All this shit, they carry all that shit they supposed to help you with. Trying to do all this extra business. Somebody, it's too early for this. How is too early to be a police officer? You don't get your duck-eyed ass in the car. These folks got my nerve. They be blowing me. I can't believe this shit. All right, so I'm good. I'm like, why are you even here still, bro? What you still doing here? Our business is concluded. Only business you had was to be on standby. Can I get your ID? Can you get what? They're like basically saying, sign this contract, sign this 360 deal. I ain't say none of that to you. You don't even got to know who I am. What are you talking about? You work for me. Like, what the fuck? Fuck. Someone say they with you? No. No. What you talking about? You trying to do business with them too? Ain't nobody with me. I'm by myself. What you talking about? Don't give me an attitude because y'all don't want to do y'all job. What's up? Y'all all right, though? Y'all straight? That's why we call him for our safety. For your safety. I can't stand a dizzy one. It's always a dizzy one. She got mad at me because I wouldn't do no type of business with her. After you already done got wrong. Now, I don't got to cooperate. I don't got to do none of this. What you talking about? You need my signature. No, you don't. The fuck? What if I was dying and then had no guardian or nobody that can vouch for me? You would have still had to treat me. What are you talking about? Asking me all these damn questions and shit. Can you put the machine on? The fuck? We need you to have this on. I'm like, what's this for? Who this for? I'm like, who this for? The fuck is this? We need that on there so we can read the thing. Oh, I don't need this. But we need it. But I don't need this. I don't need none of this. All I need is if I had a machine at the house, turn this shit on, the little smoke shit come out, boom, I feel better. That's all. That's all you're here to do. You don't need to know who I am. You don't need to know none of this shit. I only do that to just cooperate and be easy. But you want to be difficult? Okay, well, I'm going to show you difficult. And what really blew him was when I said, I ain't doing no business with none of y'all. Call your supervisors. She's like, we can call the supervisor. They ain't going to make no difference. She said, you going to tell the supervisor your Social Security? I said, we can talk about it. But I'm not talking to you about it no more. It's over with. Fuck. Tell y'all, man. I wanted to let y'all hear that shit. I wanted to let y'all. They riding around looking for me? The ambulance. The fuck? Y'all dumb. Fucking dummies. That shit got my nerve, bro. But yeah, that was going on. Then they don't be knowing who they talking to. Like, you're not dealing with just no little citizen. So I know all of this. I just be playing. Like no, hold on, stop. Who you talking to, nigga? I don't care about these blue and red lights. Or none of that. That uniform you got on don't mean nothing. You work for me. What you talking about? You work for me, bro. You probably go to the bar. You take a shit. You probably like fish on Sundays. Nigga, you are a person. And you're employed by me. The fuck? If I ask you to give me your shit, give me the shit. I don't know who you thought you was finna play with. So read it. Nigga, pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. You read it. Say it. You felt weird. Tomorrow they call. He said, you called me. I ain't call you. I told them to call you. Wrong. I know what to do. I told them to call you. On a straight lie. And he's trying to play again. That's why I said, don't do that. He told me, don't tell me what to do. Nigga, I just told you, don't do that. Don't play. So they recommended that you go to the hospital and you felt like, no, nigga, they ain't recommend nothing. They told me that if I didn't go, then what was going to happen? They weren't going to treat me. And I could have took this whole situation further. But I ain't got time to be dealing with no belligerent-ass acting officer. I could have took that shit way further. Hit all they bonds. Had a field day. Soon I knew it. It's like sometimes you can just tell by how they get off the truck. If they get off wobbly body, they finna give you a hard time. There's always some wobbly body motherfucker. Hop out the truck all balanced and shit. Gotta hold on to each other. I'm like, these niggas finna give me a hard time. As soon as I get to speed, first of all, I'm trying to figure out why are the fighters here? There's no fire. They called everybody, the whole Avengers. Oh, what the fuck? So then after they check my blood pressure, tell me they got to take me to the hospital. I said, I ain't going to the hospital. They said, well, okay, the ambulance is on the way. I'm like, well, then why the fuck are you here? What are you? She didn't know who she was dealing with. They'll handle you like that. I get it. You got the locks. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here looking like just, one of the regular people. No. Not one of them. Everybody go home. As a matter of fact, I dismissed everybody. I said, this business is concluded. Y'all know y'all can tell the police that? I said, nigga, this shit over with. Business concluded. You go home, you go home, you go home. And the motherfuckers is still out here in the apartments. Do y'all know I can see y'all? These motherfuckers are still in the apartments. They still... Let me show y'all. These motherfuckers is still in apartments. Hold on. How you get this shit to do the thing? I gotta figure out how to do this shit. That motherfucker's still in the apartment. What the hell? Who there for? The motherfucker still? Who they waiting on? You know what I'm telling you, they harassing niggas now, harassing. Fuck. Either that or I wasn't supposed to come back out the house. And this a stall of the Matrix. What you mean while I'm hiding? The fuck? I don't know what they on. You ain't hear that lady tell me something? You gotta stay with us. Oh, I'm being detained by the ambulance? What the fuck you mean I gotta move? Watch out. I didn't mean to say it to her like that, but I had to say it to her like that. I'm like, watch out. I said I'm being detained by the ambulance. Watch out. I'll tell you, motherfucker tell you, watch out, bro. You better watch out. Watch out. Move. I'm gonna stand in front of the door. What the fuck is these motherfuckers? I'm literally leaning around the fence. What the fuck? Can I help y'all? They don't know what to do. It's a glitch in the Matrix. I'm telling y'all, they glitching. They in there zero gravity as we speak. Motherfuckers in there flown. I'm 100% right. That's a fact. I know this. I know the game. I know the game. What, they taking a lunch break? And where the officer go? Let the officer probably in the bushes. I'm gonna head back. They're gonna transform the whole shit into a trash can. Jump, 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 jump. Oh, what they on? I ain't on that one. Nah, man, you gotta know what's what. And they don't expect us to know what's what. The moment you start, I could have, the officer thought we were gonna have a conversation. I could have killed that whole conversation by like, hey, yo, get your supervisor. Hey, you talking about? I don't want to talk to you. Call who over you. And they gotta do it immediately. Or that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I was telling them how they were in violation. First of all, that's not true. You don't have to take me to the hospital to treat me. So you lie. I want that in writing. Because all of this is malpractice. And the only reason why you were called is because of the potential of malpractice being furthered. Know the games. When you walking on that square, or standing on that square, you walking that path. You know, you'll learn what to do, what to say to these folks. I try to deal with people with common decency, but bro, don't do that. The moment that you start doing that, then it's like, okay, now it's that now. Move, watch out. I told the police, man, this shit over with. He said, huh? I said, this concludes the business, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga? I need your ID. Why you need that? Oh, you thought it was a trade? Oh, you thought you would give me your information, I'll give you mine? No, nigga. I don't have no information. Then the first person, the firefighter, was like, what's your name? When he came up, I said, Omari. He said, what else? I said, that's one title. You need another one? All you need is one title. I said, okay, I'll give you two titles. You use them as one. I said, Omari L. He said, just L? I said, E-L, nigga, 2 letters. Just E-L. Then when the ambulance came and I found out that they were supposed to be the ones serving me, I helped them out a little. I said, okay, Omari Hargrove. He was like, huh? He leaned in the door. What the fuck is you doing, nigga? Get back in your fire truck. He said, huh? I said, oh, you don't get it? They doing business with me. Why the fuck are you here? I don't even know why you here. But they business only gonna go back so far. Cause then she started talking about something. Okay, what's your social security? I said, well, social security, call your supervisor. I don't know what y'all talking about. Don't none of this mean nothing. You want my credit card information? That's basically what you're saying when you say social security. You want my billing information? Oh no, this ain't none of that. I ain't say I was paying for this. I ain't say none of that. We ain't doing that type of business. This is a favor. What the fuck are you talking about? You gotta pay for this somehow. This motherfucker said, I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving with something. Yeah, here go these titles. Use them how you want to use them. If you don't know how to use them, that's on you, but you should know how to use them titles and get whatever you need. You want me to do all this extra contract work? No. All the payment you need is with them titles I gave you. Use them. You can show them to your peoples and say, we did this business. All that extra shit you trying to get me to do, that had nothing to do with me. But you refuse to sign. You refuse to go to the house. I ain't refuse. How I refuse the shit I ain't even bring up? How you just going? You don't have the power to make no suggestions. Only power that you would have to make a suggestion about what I should do about my health is some power that I give you. You don't got no power to make no suggestion. I don't have to sign. If I want to leave the hospital early, I don't have to sign no discharge papers. I don't have to do none of that shit. Y'all lying to motherfuckers. Niggas don't have to do none of that. Niggas don't know they don't got to do none of that. The same way I had to give him my ID. They don't have no ID. Well, now, no business can be conducted? Okay, business concluded. Fuck. Watch, one day all the people gonna know this type of stuff. They gonna know. I'm 100% focused. I just wanted y'all to experience it. Someone say, get on live real quick. Just let whoever experience and see what's going on, see what be happening. different type of encounters. The people are going to know this shit one day. The people are going to know how to deal with these wards, you know, and these acting officers, these posing authorities. You know what I'm saying? How you an officer? I ain't elect you. What office you in? Oh, that's not that type of officer. Well, then take that office word off, because all this is spell work. Who elected you to be an officer? And what office do you work in? You know what I'm saying? You don't need to, when I say your name and badge number, all that shit is attached to all your bonds, all the systems you logged in. Like, bro, you know you're dealing with a different one when we say that. Okay, so how you want to continue? You saw how he moved different then. But nah, let's see how you want to continue. Because now you know this is different. I know to even tell you this. He thought you were gonna control the scene for them. No, you don't do that. That shit blew me. Talking about something, I ain't doing that. Because they went and told on me. The fire truck people told on me to the ambulance people, the paramedics. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going. Him said he don't want to go to the hospital. And the black lady, I guess she was supposed to be the gun-ho motherfucker. She like, we not doing that. We not doing what? We can't do that. We ain't finna. You got to go to the hospital. Oh, no. Hold on. Who you talking to? What you talking about? She was like, we can't do that. I said, yes, we can. She get on the phone. I'm like, why she on the phone? They just finna tell her the same shit I just told her. She don't know that. My problem is, like, most of the motherfuckers out here is new. Y'all gotta be new. Y'all don't know how the shit y'all supposed to know. First of all, you're near my domicile. Strike one. You don't know, like, who dominion you up under right now? And you don't even know what a domicile. These folk don't be knowing. Like, bro, I didn't say my house. Watch out. You were summoned. That's like telling the king you ain't finna do some shit. Watch out. You know what I'm saying? Make a phone call. I don't know who she calling. She come back to my son. Get on the truck. Go ahead, get in the truck. We got to give you a treatment. So I start going to the truck. What she say? I get toward the truck. Then she like, I can't remember what she said. But it was a contradiction to what she just, it went against what she had just said. So I'm like, okay, so which one you want me to do? No, she said something like, we got to take your blood pressure, some shit like that. Let me take your blood pressure real quick. I'm like, you want me to get on the truck? She's like, yeah, but let me take your blood pressure. Sit down right there. I'm like, you just told me to get on the, okay, so which one you want me to do first? Take the blood pressure to get on the damn truck. Now you got an issue because, yeah, you hopped off wrong. I don't handle people like that. That ain't how I just approach people. I don't just deal with acting officers and paramedics or, you know, I don't just deal with people like that. But if you get wrong, you got it now. Now it's like, okay, yeah, you finna have a hard time. Don't you know I don't have to do any business with you? I don't have to do none of that. I have to tell you my name. You gonna refuse to treat me? Now we got a bigger problem. Let me call the news. Let me call the news and say that this department of health doesn't work. It's broken because it doesn't know that you don't need a name to help somebody. It doesn't know you don't even need a guardian. That's another thing they try to pull for people. You don't need no guardian to help somebody. You find somebody that's a minor on the side of the road, you ain't gonna help them because their parent ain't there? No. They playing games. So you learn all the codes, how they operating and what they doing. And a lot of what they just did was against the law. But again, I ain't feel like it. Sometimes you don't feel like it. Because some of these officers just be like, they just be clueless. They don't be knowing what they supposed to know. So you be done took it there, but then it be a hassle for you trying to take it there. One of my peoples who was my godfather, he got kidnapped. And by kidnapped, we mean arrested. It was when people say arrested, but he was kidnapped. And they took him through the system. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, you know, he went ahead and signed the papers and did the stuff that they were saying because they were being belligerent. But he handled it on the back end and got an apology letter from the U.S. Corporation, from the judge directly. And that apology letter was addressing the fact that they were never supposed to arrest him or any of that, or kidnap him or any of that. And, you know, that hit their fee schedule and everything, because all of you supposed to have a fee schedule. All this stuff is, I'm telling you, one day we'll be able to go over this type of stuff. I say the masonry, all that's one thing. Then you have the Moorish nationality, then you have the sovereignty, then you have the private side with the trust and all of those. There's all kind of things that one day we'll be able to go over and, you know what I'm saying, learn about. Eventually. You know? I'm watching everything, and I don't know who these people is. Yeah, you gotta take note of it, but it's like, you just gotta know what to do. You go through the law too. You don't have to always go directly from like the Moorish nationality side. There's a lot of things that you can learn just from learning the law. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be nationalized to tell them, oh, I don't want to do business with you. I want your supervisor to come. You know? But see, the problem that you're dealing with is these are still people. You know? And a lot of times they show up for each other. You be done thinking that you called them to be on the same for you. They'll show up for each other. Like what just happened. He showed up for them. He didn't show up for me. Even though he was called for me. I told him to call him. You know, but he showed up trying to be rocking with them. But it's all a game. That's all. One day we ain't gonna have to even deal with this shit. That's why I say, bro, we need our own shit, really. You can't even say that that's gonna be better, but you gotta say that it's gonna be different. But these people work for you. It's not the other way around. Police officer come up to you, you don't have to talk to them. You literally do not have to talk to them. They just be pushing their hand. They know ain't nobody gonna really want to take it there. But you don't have to speak to these people. You're just a person. Who are you? First of all, identify yourself. I can walk up on a police officer right now and be like, what's your name and badge number? They gotta give me that, because who are you? I can say, yo, you look suspicious. Is everything all right? You know? Okay, just checking on you, making sure everything's okay, because I see you sitting out here in this car. I just want to know what you're doing. I want to know who you are. Yeah, you're in my neighborhood. You're just suspicious. You have a gun. I don't know you. You know, you can do that. You can interrogate the police, all that. But some people take that the wrong way and think that they can just run up and start it, and then, you know, they can use other ways, verbal threats and all kind of. That's not how you're supposed to handle it. But you can interrogate them and ask them to provide identification. Imagine if all of the people knew this. This simple type of stuff. I'm not even talking about the deeper stuff. Imagine they just knew the simple stuff. Yeah. So I get on that truck. I don't know what they put on. Talking about some, we need this for our readings. I'm like, well, I don't know what you're going to do, because I don't need this. If I don't need it, I don't care about what you think you need. We need your signature. And really, I done signed that before. I done signed it. I done did all that, but nope. Since y'all want to give me a hard time, I'll show you a hard time. Nope, I ain't signing it. Get your supervisor. I'll talk to him and tell him the same shit, but now I'm just going to wait. You finna be on standby. Yeah, they did it to me. It's like, that's all. Just getting the same type of energy. Worse, really. What you put for. Sometimes they got time. I don't understand that. Sometimes they really be having time. It felt like it, though. Oh, yeah. By the way, like I said, it's a 13th, so I ain't trying to hear none of that. Shit, none of y'all folks who were talking about the 12th were going to be the day y'all leave. Shit, none of y'all still be here. It's 2023. I heard that clan mother say out of her mouth that 2023 was the last pickup year. So somebody check and see if the clan mother, Janet Goins, is still here. Check and see if she's still here, because she probably left y'all. If not, if she here, okay, well then, guess what? Somebody lied. Somebody lied about something, because it's the 13th. And if you want to say the 12th was the last day that vortex opened, don't give me no mystification around it. Where did the vortex open? And who left through it? And then you might want to reassess, because if the clan mother's still here, oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's over with. It's over with. Everybody going to hell. The clan mother ain't leave, I'd be nervous. I'd be nervous. I heard her say it. I was there. She said, this is it, y'all. 2023, the last pickup year. I started doing the math. I said, how? Where that's at? Where that's at? When that was said? How's the last pickup year? And then there is no date for 2023. There's no date for it. And even if you were to say that it was, okay, both of them passed. The 26th passed and the 12th passed. So I'm not trying to hear it. Why the Sabians still here? I'm not trying to hear it. Because this is what people can do. Like I said, here's what they're going to do. They're going to say, we didn't do what we were supposed to do. But I tell you, 2024 is going to come around. They're going to say, we didn't do what we were supposed to do, y'all. We got to come together. We got to chant. We got to love on each other. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. And you ask them, which chant are we doing? Then somebody from New York is going to say, we supposed to be doing this one. Somebody down here in Snellville finna say, we finna do this one. Somebody over here finna say, we finna do this one. Don't even know what chant they supposed to be doing. There's no unity. It's divisiveness all across the board. And what ship you thought you were finna get on? What vortex you thought you were finna go through? Nah, man. No. I was just around the family, talking to one of the brothers, the elders. I said, it seemed like the year for good news, don't it? He said, it does. He knew exactly what I was talking about. I said, don't it seem like the year for good news? He's like, it do. I said, I said, it's been 21 years. I said, Pop can walk up out of there. He can walk out. He can walk out of there. And he said, he waiting on us. That's why I talked directly to Pop in the spirit. I said, Pop, they not gonna damn listen. Come home. Come home. All these people who going through the great test, they ain't finna pass it. Come on home, Pop. Come home. I know he can walk up out of there. I know he can walk on up out of there and shock the whole world. He can do that. People think that because they're going through a test, that meant that they was going to pass it. You don't just pass it because you're taking a test. You have to actually do what you were supposed to do to pass the test. So it's the 13th. I need to call that nigga Duswa, see if he's still here. Because he told me I had to make sure my soul was right. And don't worry about him. He good. Remember I told y'all, he like, I'm good, boo-boo. I'm good, boo-boo. Worry about you. Worry about you. Remember I told y'all he was like that? So, okay, cool. All right, so I need to hit up that nigga, see, hey, what's up? You still here? Oh, shit. Well, then, you probably should have been checking on your soul. Which is weird, because, like, I don't know why they made it about a soul when y'all talking about y'all were leaving the planet. What are you talking about? That ain't just no soul. That's your body. You feel me? Stop letting people play with you. I don't care who they are, who they say they come up under. One thing I know about Pops was it was not confusion. He didn't deal with confusion. If it's confusion, it's not him. If they argue about this, that's not him. He ain't got nothing to do with that. Listen, nothing to do with whatever these folks arguing about. He don't move like that. There ain't finna be no confusion. He was the one who broke the spell of confusion. You feel me? But what they don't understand was when there was this phone call that went out, it was back in like 2020. At the end of that phone call, he spoke of the extraterrestrials. When they asked, he was talking about the BLM and stuff like that, he said, all lives matter. He said, that's the truth. He said, all lives matter. He said, but instead of just worrying about these black lives, white lives, he said, they need to be worrying about these alien lives. He said, because we got bigger problems soon. That was right around the time Trump came out with the message about, literally was, the phone call went out right before Trump came out and said they got to disclose all the information they know about the UFOs, UAPs. And then about 2-3 years later, the Pentagon comes out about the mothership, Independence Day. Everybody talking about Project Blue Book. It's all coming back around. He said it though. He said we got problems. I can play y'all that recording if I ever get back into my Facebook. It's a phone call from 2020. So it's like he could tell you about what's going on with extraterrestrials. He's spoken about it before. But my thing is like, okay, y'all know y'all not in contact with the master. Why y'all out here acting like y'all are? Why y'all out here acting like y'all know what's going on? People don't know what's going on. I put in my book, not my book, my movie, the Childish movie, if you go back and watch it, about a meteor shower. And the meteor shower was green, right? But it wasn't an actual meteor shower. You understand? It was the crafts flying through. Well, Pops used to speak about the green, what appeared to be comets. And they made a movie called Meteor Man, which I would tell y'all to go watch if you haven't yet, because I mentioned it before. And in the movie Meteor Man, one of those comets or asteroids, meteorites, came into the Earth's atmosphere. And who was it? Robert Townsend, the dude who was playing that. I can't remember what the name of the person was in the movie. But the one Robert Townsend was playing, the main character, he was running from the meteorite. And the meteorite actually didn't hit the ground. It came down and stopped. It hovered. And then it went into him. And it gave him these advanced powers and all this other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, that's not a meteorite. That's not how meteorites, you know what I'm saying, operate. But you have to remember, people like Robert Townsend was studying the information. That's why they put all the wake-up call stuff in there. This didn't need a wake-up call. That's one of Malachi York books. A wake-up call. So go watch that. The whole movie was about Malachi. You understand? But my point is, you're dealing with the green meteorites. The green comets is what they were calling these, but they don't know what they are. Right? And I seen one of them in real life where I was with my father for Father's Day. This might have been 2021. And we were out there. My father's legally blind. He can't really see that far at all. He can't really see well. But I told him as I saw it, I said, yo, I just seen one of the green ships fly past. And he's like, yo, I'm glad you told me that. He said, that's Pops. It was him, myself, and my other brother on my father's side standing out there, just us. And they lived out in like Athens somewhere, so it's like starry. You don't really see much light pollution where he was positioned. So it was a lot of stars out, and we saw it. There just was a meteor shower that just came through. And it's not over with. There's more meteor showers coming for, like, the thing it was telling me, whoever was giving me the information, it was between late July and late August that the meteor shower was going to be coming. We were passing through one of these comet tails. I can't remember what it was. It might have been Tethys, but it was called Tethys. We were passing through the tail, so there's going to be a lot of meteor shower activity, especially toward the Perseus star constellation. And you actually have these imprints because I put out the slides and I told you screenshot them with the turtle and the planet Earth on the edge of the turtle, right? Yeah, if you remember those, I told you screenshot those. You understand? But in the movie, I say, must be some type of meteor shower, right? But it wasn't a meteor shower. It was a sign in the heavens, and it's what we told people to pay attention to. Okay, so that happened yesterday, on the 12th. Is anybody going to speak about the meteor shower and why it took place? can they? Can they speak about it? You understand? So, no, the only one who knew what was going on was Malachi, unless you're getting messages now. And they are communicating with a few now. You know how they communicate. They communicate with you through dreams. They'll show you visions, vivid dreams. They'll communicate with you. They'll communicate to you with people, or with you through people, right? Somebody will pop up in your life. They'll communicate with you that way. They'll communicate with you through movies. And all this might seem crazy right now, but it's telling you it's dealing with different level beings. They're communicating with you now. You go back and watch the Close Encounters movie, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, right? Where there was this force moving amongst the people who were chosen or selected. They were literally chosen, and they were being driven to this mountain. And what was the mountain called? Right? That was the Devil's Tower in the Close Encounters movie, but the actuality, the mountain that you would have been referring to was Mount Zion. And they put that Mount Zion as the church in the movie They Cloned Tyrone. All right, which was the pathway out of Babylon. But why is Mount Zion important? And why is this conversation about Babylon and leaving it important? Why did I put it in the books? And if you pay attention to the books, there's a common theme of out of the darkness into the light, because that's every book. All right. If it's a book about information, then it's a book that's pulling you out of the darkness on something, if you didn't notice, to bring you into light. So if you really pay attention to my books, that's a common theme. You understand? You could pair them all together and say, put it all together, be one book. You understand? Because it's pulling people out of the darkness or the spell of ignorance. Okay, so out of Babylon to Mount Zion, what happens on Mount Zion? What did we say was to take place on Mount Zion? Mount Zion would be 144,000 people there with the Lamb who were able to sing a song, as it were, a new song that only the 144,000 could learn. And you start figuring out, well, what is that frequency? What is that frequency? Well, it would have to be something that would be telepathically delivered to those people, because if it was just a regular song, anybody could learn that song. And you activate the knowledge of that song through meditation and shifting your frequencies. When you go to the 144, which becomes the Om. It's the Om. That's the 144 tone. It's actually 3 tones. Om. Right? And when you're doing the Om, the point of the Om is to break the Maya, right? Which is the illusion. It shatters the illusion. When we say Maya, all right, when you study Buddhism, okay, you're saying something that is an illusion. But when you say Maya, you're saying the moon. And I can explain to you, even if you look at the Maya or the Ganesha or even the Om symbol itself, that appears to be a 35. When you go and look at it, you research the Om, A-U-M Hindu symbol, right? It looks like a 35 with a number 1 on top of it, which I tell people that's 135. You understand? The same numbers that they gave Malachi. You want to go look it up. You don't have to take my word for it. Go to look up the Ganesha or the Om symbol, all right? And you will find this. It looks like a 35 when you're looking at it. But if you pay attention, there's a line above it that's 135. And then on top of that line, there's a diamond. And why is that diamond there? And it's separated because that's when the illusion is shattered. You go to the top, and now Maya is no more, meaning the moon world is no more. You've risen above the moon. You understand? But what is the moon? The moon is the lesser light or the darkness. So you go on into the greater light, which is the sun, which would have been the highest, which is 135. 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. Okay? So 144 also equals 9. Are you with me? All right. So when you're saying Mount Zion, you're saying Mount Sion. You're also saying what? The heaven, Mount Heaven, the heavens, the highest mountain, the highest peak. What is the highest peak? The highest peak, or the capstone, right, is where the light shines. In ancient Egypt, you could see the depictions of that. That's where the light comes from, where your capstone is turned on. That's why I say everybody was talking about the third eye. What about the crown? I grew up saying that. So everybody's talking about this third eye. What about the crown? Because anybody can open their eyes. What did I say? But it's everybody royalty. Anybody can open their eyes, but who has the crown? And when we speak about the crown, if you go back and watch my movie, Childish, you'll see why I say what? There were white gowns and there was what? Golden crowns. It's symbolic. The white gown is the light body. You're garbed in the garb of righteousness, right? And then the crown is that halo that emits from you when you plugged in like that, right? Which means you would have to unplug from the false light that didn't give you that glow. And the glow that you get at that point will be called the corona. And it creates a crown or a corona, and that's the glow. So we told you about the crowns. You go just research, say Bible verses about crowns, and you're going to see how many times crowns were mentioned, even in biblical scripture, the ancient stories that came around, because even the CDC explained to the people that they got the concept of corona from ancient Egypt. It's on their website. I put it in my book. You know what I'm saying? They got it from ancient Egypt. So what is the crown? A glow. The sun is coming up. You go out and look at the sun, that's the crown. That's the corona. And then go Google corona sun. And you will see that one of the definitions for corona is the glow around the sun. Okay, so then that was the virus. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who was awakened, like I explained. You feel me? So they're communicating with those of you who have that crown activated. You are being communicated with. Beyond the day, let's say you can't fathom the day right now, or you can't grasp the day right now. There's not enough evidence. There's not enough there for you yet. Even if maybe you're not experiencing sleep incubation and having these experiences. Go out in the sun and see if it's hot. If you are out here lately and the sun isn't hot, you're one of the ones that I'm telling you, that I'm talking about. If you go out there and you think it's hot, like I saw people, I haven't sweated. People are sweating. Listen, I was coming back I had on all black, long sleeve. I was coming back from taking a walk. You understand? And somebody was in a car driving and was like, yo, it's hot as hell out here. I said, what? You like, yeah, it's hot as hell. I said, it's hot as hell. That shit crazy. I walked off and I looked up at the sun. I said, you're not hot to me. You understand? So if it's exactly people are passing out in the sun, I'm letting you know. But why would I say this? Is it spiritual? Is it spookism? No, I'm literally telling you that sun interacts with your magnetic field. You understand? So if you've already been purifying your magnetic field from the inside with all the fasting you've been doing, with all the abstinence you've been doing, if you've been doing that, the retention you've been doing, you should be doing that because we started on the 1st. If you were paying attention, if you're not, I don't know what to tell you. You got to pay attention. I'm showing you something. Okay, people say, well, everybody can't do it. Everybody can't make it. Well, I can say this. I don't have to have a major platform to the point where I'm speaking to everybody to be able to at least say it. Whoever's listening, you hear it. Because when it comes, I do it. I'm walking with you. You understand? So if you out there in that sun, it's interacting with your magnetic field. And if you're already shifting around your polarities within your body, then the sun will interact with you differently. And that's why I explained to the sisters, I said, give them their hair back. Why? So your crown can be let out. Everybody ain't gonna listen. I'm not concerned about everybody listening to me. We need the elect to listen. That's the critical mass. As long as the elect listen, then it's all. But if we can't get the elect to listen, okay, there's nothing that can be done. But the elect have to listen. Those of you who are electrified, you have to listen. If not, it doesn't work. So I say, let your crown out. Let it out. Because why? It's communicating with us differently now. You hear about more people fasting, I told you that. More people want to be healthy, I told you that. But why? What is this push for that? Why is it happening now that people are doing? What is that? Why is it? What is this push for it now? You understand? Wherever you at, look at the sun. If you can see it, if it's out where you at. It's out where I'm at. Look at that sun. Do you remember that object? Do you remember this being? That's why we said, don't forget the source. Do you remember? You actually came through the sun to get here. That's the source. Why do you think the ancient Egyptians didn't worship the sun? The ancient Egyptians revered the sun. They showed gratitude toward the sun because they knew the importance of it. If you don't know the importance of a sun, try to grow a plant for change. You ever did an experiment when you were growing up as a child and you grew a plant in a little cup with the little holes and in the water? You ever did that? Okay. If you didn't put that plant in sunlight, what happened? It didn't grow. That was a part of your experiment. You put one in a dark room, no light. You put one with the sun so it can receive light. And it grew. Okay, then it was the gold that led to the green. What am I saying? I'm speaking in the ancient Egyptian color code. It was the gold. When we said gold or nub, right? In ancient Egypt, we were speaking about the sun. Okay? And when we talked about the green color, we were speaking about vegetation. Life. Okay, gold yields green. And you can't have life without that sun. You actually can't have any of these color codes without that light causing the prism to split. And when that prism splits, you're able to take in through your sensory input, which is your vision, the information of whatever is being reflected off of an object. You understand? But without that sun, how are you experiencing your reality to say that I see this, I see that? You understand? You get up, you go to the grocery store. Something is lighting your way. Even if you didn't have grocery stores, let's say you were farmers or a group of people who just practice agriculture of any kind. And you woke up with the sun, you rose up with the sun, right? And you went out and you worked the field and you rested with the sun. Why? Because the sun was not only lighting your way that you could see what you were doing, but it was providing you the energy to be able to do what you were doing. You don't know the importance of that sun until it goes out. You don't know the importance of that sun until it's darkened. Right? What do they say? Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. So I'm telling you, get that sun now. Get that sun. Because they trying. They're really trying. Because they're afraid. Because what can they do? You're going to destroy this. You can't destroy it. If you destroy it, you destroy yourself. You can't destroy the sun. There's some type of judgment that's happening with that sun that can't be stopped. So because so many alterations will have to happen because of that sun, and it's going through a pole shift right now. Look it up. Research it. This is the 11th year. All right. Because of all of the activation that's been happening with that sun for the past 30 years. It's not new. Okay. Which is fairly new in the grand scheme. They had to start altering the surface. Shifting your atmosphere. Making it harder for, if they had to get off the surface, making it harder for you to survive on the surface. You understand? So don't forget that sun. When things were, what is it? Your ancestors, when they were going through it, they said, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. One thing you can say about your ancestors, the ones of you who do have ancestors who were going through this war with that devil, they had vision. They had foresight. They could see hundreds of years ahead. Were you listening to even a Negro spiritual? Did you pay attention to what they were saying? They could see. They had vivid vision. Even as a lot of them were Christians, most of them were more spiritual than the people who call themselves spiritual to this day. Most of those, your great-great-grandmother was more spiritual than the spiritual community today. Why is that? Less distractions, more time in the sun, more time spent with nature, and you didn't disregard what was happening in real time just for the sake of what you call God. You acknowledge all of it as God. You understand? And more people are coming around and seeing what that is. Okay, the games have to be done. The games have to be done now. But they speak about the sun rising. All right? They speak about the destruction of this realm by fire. They speak about all of that. It's all there. You got to know what the codes are. So how many people had the vision of the sun? I had the vision of the sun not too long ago, where people were climbing this ladder. I might have told y'all about this. They looked like monkeys. They looked like monkeys with their body, but in their face, they were human beings. Right? So Homo erectus was their body, but it was Homo sapien as their face. Or at least with what's the movie? Jumanji, where they showed you Jumanji. It had that image. And they were all climbing this ladder, and they went to the top of the sky. Middle of the ladder in the air. So however, wherever they had me positioned in the vision, that's where my vantage point was. And they were climbing up the ladder, and most people were falling off of the ladder. And they explained to me in the vision that the people who were falling off the ladder would have what they call a black sun. They said they would experience a black sun. And the people who made it to the top of wherever that ladder was, the people who made it to the top, those were the ones who would experience the bright sun. You understand? So I'm looking around. That vision is manifest because more and more people are explaining to me, oh, it's so hot. It's unbearable for them. But I step out here, so I don't even feel the heat that you're talking about, because we're not dealing with heat as in just, oh, it's hot. You're speaking about frequency. You do understand that, right? If you rub your hands together, your increased frequency is what gave you that sensation of what you call heat. And remember when I was telling you, you have to speed up because the sun is speeding up and the realm around you is speeding up. Time is speeding up. I'm the one broke all that down. Don't let them play. Don't let none of them play. I explain how time speeds up because of that, because when the expansion of the realm takes place, because space and time are a continuum, you're dealing with space. Because space. Anybody else, is it glitching for y'all? That was weird. But yeah. So you speeding up. And now I will tell you, don't wait for me when it comes down to the fasting. Now that you know the formula, you can do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? And learn how to exercise your own will. Now we're still gonna continue to do fasts together. But I'm saying, don't wait for me. You know one of the formulas. And nobody can give you the experience that you're having because of all the fasting you've been doing this year. No one can give you that experience. You understand? You're experiencing that because of that journey that you took. So I would tell you, continue to fast. You understand? If there was any time that you would want to be spiritual or get in tune with God or go to the church, any of that, if there was ever a time for you to do that, now is the time. You understand? If you was there, I want to get right with God. Go to church. Okay, that's what you want to do? Go do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to join the mosque. Okay, go join the mosque. And go do it fast. I want to see what's going on with the spiritual community. Okay, go see what's going on with that. And do it fast. Anything that can help you get out of this world, from being stuck in this world. I was just at this bar, looking at all the people, and they got the scene in the movie, They Clone Tyrone, where they have the DJ, right? And the DJ is the one who's responsible for putting out all the tones. don't know if y'all can still hear me. It's adding up. But I was about to get into the fact that I went to this bar, Last Shadow, and it reminded me of the scene from They Clone Tyrone, right? Where you had the DJ, and the DJ controls the music, and the people are responding to the music, you know. And I was just looking around at everybody, and I saw them, and I don't mind watching people have fun. I get it, you know, enjoy yourself, all of that. And in the midst of me, you know, trying to get into the groove, it's like there's this voice. And I know some of y'all can understand what I'm explaining. There's this voice where it's like, this isn't it. You know, it's like you can't get into it. I never was able to get into it. And I look at all these people, I'm like, if only they were able to just pay attention. But they all running from something. Everybody was there. I could see they were running from something. You know, maybe problems at home or thoughts of their own or whatever. But just slow down and pay attention. You feel me? So it's just a different world, y'all. That's all. It's a different world. I wanted y'all to come on here to experience that, what happened with these devils earlier today. Right? And I actually saw it coming. I saw it coming. I knew it was gonna be something before they even arrived. And they arrived, and it's like, you got to know how beings move. They'll move through the officers, the police, all kind of stuff. I wasn't at her concert. I seen the effects of it, though. She shut everything down. I told you. I remember I used to make the analogy. I said, if they say Beyonce is at Walmart, they're going to have to shut down the U.S. If they say she's chilling at Walmart, they're going to have to shut down Atlanta, the highways, all that. Man, them folks coming from all over the world. It ain't just some people coming. What's up, y'all all right?
Yeah, you all right?
Yeah, I'm cool.
That was you the whole time?
What?
That was right there.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah.
She came to the quick trip, too.
I don't care what she did.
It's good, though?
Yeah, it's good. They try to work their move, I work mine.
Oh, okay.
Simple. Yeah. Well, nah, I told you they shut all this stuff down. People coming from all over the world. The highways was packed. You know. Yeah, but it's just Beyonce. But, you know, for me, it's just Beyonce. But for somebody else, it's like, oh, my God. I can't understand that. I don't get it. It's just Beyonce. You know. But people worship her. She's one of the biggest stars. Yeah, no one can take it from you. Once you get it. But look, what you pay attention to is who can name it? What's the name of her concert? What's the name of her tour? Anybody been paying attention? Because remember, Utopia didn't fall through, right? As far as his concert, Travis Scott was supposed to be doing Egypt. I don't think that went through. And I broke down to you what the Utopia was. The etymology of it, when you broke down the two words, auto and pia, it brought you to the what? The word self-purification. Auto is self, and pia, or pious, right? Pious, right? It would be what? The purification. It was the Renaissance tour, right? What does Renaissance mean? Well, when you say re, right, is the actual etymology of it. Re would mean to do it again, right? And naissance gives you the word birth or to be born. So what does it mean? Be born again. Now, what, if you were paying attention, I don't know if you were, just pull it out, the card deck. What was the concept or the procept of the children's movie? Who remembers? You must be born again. So I released a children's movie on June 27th. It was supposed to be the 26th. They made sure it wasn't the 26th. It was later, like minutes after the 26th, right? But I released the movie, the children's movie, June 26th, 27th. Okay? And then what? You got July, August, and now she's doing the Renaissance tour. The Rebirth tour. You must be born again. Read your realm. It doesn't change. I was listening to one of these Christian people. They were like, you know, because you got Beyonce, or should I say Baal Beyonce. I'm like, what? How the fuck? How? How the fuck do you look at Beyonce and get BL? I don't. They be saying, oh, I got Bow. What the fuck? They really hate her. But, you know, their reason to hate her is because they just say she's a witch. But it's like, are you really that clueless? Do you not understand that even if she is, because she is, a witch, that she can still put out information that if you pay attention, she's telling you stuff. She's rebellious. One thing I can say about her is she surpasses all them other motherfuckers. Her name, Beyonce, means to surpass others. It's like you can't make this up. She surpassed all them other elites. And she's rebellious. She will go against that, who you call the Illuminati. She does it often. And she'll say shit she ain't really supposed to say. And do shit she not really supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? So I get it why you don't want to rock with her, because you say she a witch because of the practice and the rituals in the occult. I understand it. I'm just saying, y'all be clueless. You let that turn into hatred and you miss messages. I was breaking it down to somebody. They said rebirth. They said, well, that's not the same rebirth. What do you mean it's not the same rebirth? It's a satanic rebirth. Okay. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? A rebirth is rebirth. That's what rebirth is. You understand? Yeah, Childish is the name of the movie. The children's movie. Yeah, Beyond. That's in her name. Beyonce, beyond others. The one who surpasses others. And Knowles is a mountain or a summit. So she surpassed others and she already on that mountain. And she be trying to tell people, and nobody listens. I told people in the Already song. She got that Already song. Go listen to it. I told people to listen to it and read the lyrics. She was like, yo, shine your body. Become a light body. Mind, body, soul. It's time already. Shine. That's demonic? Yeah, all right. Yeah, her song was called Already. Came out in 2019. I tell you, you forgot Formation. Did you forget about Formation? Come on, ladies, now let's get in Formation. You know? Yeah, it was Beyonce's song. Already. Go listen to it. That Formation song, listen to that. And the Who Run the World. Do y'all believe our names chosen for us or who we can or will become? Here's what I'll say. I would say that you have your name for a reason. Sometimes it's up to you to understand what that reason is and figure it out. Or somebody else may have already figured it out for you. But your name is a part of your reality. And another thing that you will learn eventually is that when you take on certain walks, you are to give yourself a name that nobody knows. It's what we call a sacred name. Because it's supposed to be secret. So your most sacred name, nobody's supposed to know other than you and what you call the creator or the source. So that in times of trouble, when you need to summon you summon you through thought. Right? Why am I saying this? Because if somebody knows your name, right? Or your utterance or your tone that you are identified with or by, there's work that can be done. They can command you, right? they can challenge you in this realm, is calling you out by their name. Why y'all think I do it with the music industry and with celebrities? Every celebrity name that I've ever called out, it was for a reason. I didn't do it just randomly. I do it because that name has a lot of energy attached to it. You understand? And there are a lot of realities attached to that energy. So if I say somebody's name, let's say if I call out Bobby Hemmett, there are a lot of minds, brains attached to Bobby Hemmett. These are two words, Bobby Hemmett. But if I would just say Hemmett, it means nothing. If I would just say Bobby, it means nothing. If you say Bobby Hemmett, you put it together. Now you just called forth millions of people. You understand? From different lifetimes. Some who aren't even here anymore, but they would looked at him as their teacher, right? Or a friend, or whoever. There are a lot of energies associated with that name. So I call them out by their name. If there's an issue, and if there's a part of this realm that I want to target, I make sure I find out who's attached to that part, and I call that name out. You understand? So if there's a real issue, I don't go down there, I'm going to call the name and let people hear the name. What I say in the song Survive, I say their name because I want them to feel me. I don't say your name for no reason. If I'm calling your name, I want you to feel hit. It's on purpose. You understand? I was just explaining about it to people, somebody I was just around yesterday. I said, look, when I call their name, I want them to know that what they're doing is not okay. I want them to know that they're being called forth and not being called out. They're being called forth. All right? No matter who you are, I want you to know, for one, what you're doing is not okay. But two, what you're doing is not enough. You should be challenged. You feel what I'm saying? And then if they want to call my name, if they want to challenge me. But some names are so powerful, they don't want to say it, because if you say that name, because of all the realities associated with that name and that tone before he even became who he was today, all right, people's genetic activations will start as soon as you say the name. Some of y'all have done that for people. You say, yo, who you listening to? You say, this nigga named FaZe. FaZe One, look him up. As soon as you did that, you activated something for them. Because FaZe One is programmed. That whole name is programmed. Forever in inspiration, seeking eternity, Omari never is. Every time you say FaZe, you're saying forever in inspiration, seeking eternity. You understand? Like when you say the NAACP, whatever the fuck they stand for. Right? Or when you say the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. You understand? You say CIA, but you're actually still saying Central Intelligence. There's something that comes with it. Okay, you say FaZe, it's an acronym. So every time you say my name, you're calling on multiple different tones at once. And then when you say FaZe One, you're calling forth Omari. Because one stands for Omari never ends. And who is Omari? Omari means the high priest, or the highest priest. Let's get it right. You go look this up. The highest priest, or the highest born. Okay? So you're calling my name. You say the highest priest. So that's why in the song Survive, what did I say? Right? I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I said, I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I'm Omari. I said, ask my mama. That's Elena, which Elena means light. I said, so the light gave birth to the highest priest again. Am I speaking clearly? Because the light is Elena and Omari is the highest priest. I said, so the light gave birth to the highest priest again. Am I speaking clearly? I incarnate every... Nah, fuck it. They don't even hear me. You understand? You go listen to that and you'll see what I'm saying. I'm not calling myself Jesus. There's no reason to do that. My name is Omari. And the light gave birth to Omari for him to come through here as the highest priest again. And I know I wasn't speaking cloudy. I was speaking clearly. But then I knew not everybody was going to hear that, so I put that line in that say, fuck it, they don't even hear me. Because the only way you would know what I was speaking about is if you actually even read up on what some people say they believe in, to keep up with the prophecies that your book laid out. And the elders laid out, even beyond the books. You understand? What am I speaking about? Well, what do I mean when I say I incarnate every? And I cut it off. You understand? What does that mean? And you go research. Well, God incarnates every 25,000 years. Right? Or every 1,000 years, there's another type of incarnation. Or every 100 years, there's another type of incarnation. If it wasn't so, then why am I like this? If it wasn't supposed to be like that, then why is it that I'm doing what I'm doing? Why is it like this? No, it's supposed to be what it's like. No, I haven't heard of Yaju who claimed it. He could be the son of the Most High. You have to ask him who is the Most High. Don't doubt him. Just ask them questions and see how they respond. And if they spiritualize it, then that don't make sense. Because you say you're the son of the Most High. You can't spiritualize that because that means that some type of way an XY chromosome appears. And the only way that could have happened is there was an XY chromosome present. You understand? So that means you have to have some type of physical father. So if you're saying that the Most High is a physical man, well, then I say the Most High of what? Is he the tallest? How is he the Most High? These are questions I would ask people who make them type of claims. Just ask them questions. You don't got to beat them down. Just ask them, see what they do, see what they say. Most of the time, they're trying to refer to something that was biblically written or written in the Quran or, in the Sumerian tablets or some type of spiritual esoteric teachings, and they try to align themselves with it because they thought it was a good idea. Yeah, he battled against, but why is he battling against the Hebrew? See, if you sent somebody like that to me, I'll ask some questions. Why are you battling? What's your point? What are you battling them for? You're the son of the Most High. Right? Which that's to be determined who the Most High is. What are you wasting time battling them for? He said God's beauty and to speak his word in people's lives. Oldest son name means God's helper from the sky. Righteous. And then that should manifest in your life. It should manifest in your life some type of way. You should have some type of spiritual orientation. The same way I know if I meet somebody and their name is Omari, Marcus, Marco, Marquez, whatever, they're a warrior. I know automatically one of my closest homeboys who I met in Carver High School. The first time we met, we were about to fight. We were finna fuck that classroom up. The first time we met. You understand? But then the same day, I approached him because it was a whole situation where, get into it another time, but it was a whole situation where I felt from what I saw that he had disrespected one of the sisters and she was pregnant. It was him and one of the other brothers. And I was like, they were, making the motions of like how they were going to have sex with her and da-da-da-da-da. And she kind of laughed it off. But then when she turned around, I saw like this look of dismay on her face. And it bothered me. So about 10 minutes passed and we doing our math equations and shit. I put my pen down and I just looked over the class and I spoke to them. I said, y'all owe her an apology. And they were like, what? You can only imagine, like, niggas ain't going for that shit. What the fuck you talking about? I said, yeah, y'all owe the sister an apology. I said, you didn't get to see the look on her face when she turned around, but I saw it. I said, that was disrespectful what y'all did. I said, that's somebody's mother. I said, you may not look at it like that because she's pregnant now. I said, but that's somebody's mother. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't going for that shit. He was like, who the fuck this nigga think he is? Why, you got some shit to say? You know what I'm saying? He wasn't no hoe either. I understand. Because we both was one of the ones. But I had just came from McNair. You know what I'm saying? I had to trade counties and switch. It was all that kind of shit. So all this Atlanta shit, I'm like, I'm on what I was on. They on what they was on, But when it came down to it, I maintained my composure. He was going off. I was like, hey, look. What you trying to hit? Da-da-da-da-da. We can hit. I said, I'm going to finish my work. You know what I'm saying? We ain't finna fight right now because we in the middle of class. I'm going to finish my work. I said, but ain't nobody finna stop us. I'm going to walk out the classroom and I'll be in the hallway. But eventually, we was in the cafeteria. I walked up to him. I said, look, let me say this to you. And when I walked up to him, everybody was crowding around. They thought we were finna fight. It was a major thing. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody fuck with him. Those people don't fuck with it. Niggas don't fuck with that nigga now. They don't fuck with that nigga to this day. right? And he even said, he like, nigga, ain't nobody niggas ain't even talk to me like that. I'm like, shit. I ain't know. I ain't get the word. I ain't get the memo. I always had heart. But them niggas, they was scared of him. So everybody see me walking up to him, they think we finna fight. So he was standing in the lunch line. I walk over to him. I say, family, I just want to let you know, I wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying, disrespect you or show you up. You know, when I said that you owe that sister an apology, I said, I just want you to know this is how I am. You feel what I'm saying? I could cry right now. You know, it's not like no crying situation. I could cry because this nigga's so sincere. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, niggas don't do that. And there's all this ego and this shit that's wrapped up in it. And I literally went to him and was like, bro, I just want you to know that, you know, I wasn't doing that shit to show you up. I was doing this because this is really who I am. This really, you know, I said, but I apologize. I apologized to him. I said, I apologize, though, if it might have seemed like, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, clown you or this, that, and the third. I said, man to man, that ain't what I'm on. And we dapped each other up, and we were cool to this day. Got into a lot of shit, handled a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, did a lot of favors, worked, you know what I'm saying, when shit was going on, we was there, you know. To this day, and it was one of the strongest ones I know. You feel me? But again, that's a warrior named Marco. That's a warrior. Because that M-A-R is there. Mar. So Omari, Amaru, Tupac Amaru, Kanye Omari West. Like, you gotta know. When, what, who, when, why, where, how. Nigga, we ain't going for none of that shit. We ready to die. That's just what warriors do. We ready to live and die. You know, so. I guess that's my cue. This loud ass AC. I guess that's my cue. It's a teacher. Adon is a teacher. So what I would tell you to do is look up the word Don as a teacher and look up the word Avon. Right? Do that first, define that, and then go look up Donovan and type in the etymology of Donovan. And then, so it's a difference. You break down the word and find words or root words in the word to get a meaning. There's three things you do. You find the words in the root words to get a meaning, right? Then you look up the actual definition, the name meaning. They'll tell you the name meaning, which will bring to some type of language of a word most of the time. And then you go to the etymology to find out where that came from. And you find out does it align with you. You know what I'm saying? If it don't align with you, well then that's not saying that just because you're named something that it has to align with you. Give yourself another name. You understand? Mason is my last name, but I have 3 strong names. Mason is a building name. He's getting credit for things his mother alone can do it. Yeah, I think people just was a fan of Jesus. They were a fan of him. He's a fire-ass character in the story. You know, they're a fan of him. It's really, you can't be mad at people. A lot of people just fans of him. They don't know him. They just heard about him. You know? Then you say, well, shit, nigga Elijah did this. Nigga Moses did this. They like, shit, nigga, but Jesus was standing on some water. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, Moses split the water. Yeah, but you know Jesus, nigga. You feel me? The nigga Elijah had some motherfuckers come pull up and nuke some people. You know? All of them niggas they was all on one. It's almost as if they was all the same nigga at different lifetimes. It's almost as if they incarnated at different times. As the same motherfucker. Right, you keep the walk going. And there's no disrespect to the mother. You don't disrespect the mother. That's one thing you learn. You don't disrespect her. She can do things we can't do. She can pass on the mitochondrial DNA. We can't do that. Only way the mitochondrial DNA is being passed on is through the mother. You understand? She cultivates the child in the womb. We can't do that. You understand? And anybody want to tell you we came from women, women came from us, it's like, well, how we breastfeed. For anybody that tells you that women came from men, you got to ask them this question. Okay, well then how did the men breastfeed their babies? You know, it's simple. How did the men breastfeed their babies? What you talking about? What you talking about, Jarvis? What you talking about, Willis? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Men have nipples. The fuck we got nipples for? What are we doing? What are we using these for? The fuck is these for? I mean, you got some stimulation. The fuck is these really for? Who this for? Who this for? You know? But the women, they have nipples and they can breastfeed. Okay, so we can't even feed our children fuck good as how we them motherfuckers, how we them ones. Well, how we're men the ones. And we can't even feed no motherfucking body. We just got random nipples. No, we got defect nipples. We got nipples that don't work. Do you understand that? We got titties that didn't develop. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got a penis. You have a reversed uterus. That's what you have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people don't mind to hear this, but it's like the same. You got the literal same system. It just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So you thinking because of the fact that you ejaculate and it is a semen, women do that too. They do it too. But there's been a disruption in the process, so now parthenogenesis cannot take place. It's all deep science. It's all deep science. And I don't have no problem with it because shit, nigga, one of these lives, I was probably a woman. You know what I'm saying? Every dog has their day. Right now, I'm a man. You know, it's what it is. I'm figuring it out. You know, I'm like DMX. How did I get here? Well, I was in darkness, and then it came to the light. I was on the left. I went over to the right. Now all of a sudden, I'm born as a man, doing my best to learn to live and to stand. I don't know what this is. Somebody please explain. Everything that I do feels like, what? It's in vain. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you gotta hear this. Sometimes I feel like I can't take it. All the rushing and the pain. But then again, I look and say, my Lord, my Savior, say his name. Yeah, I know y'all know DMX lives. He was right here. He was in the name of our Father, Lord, Savior, Jesus Christ. That nigga talk like it be 7 niggas trying to speak, fighting over the mic. It be 7 niggas trying to speak. You think he really like that? Listen, let me tell you something. Wait. Be quiet. Talk. What the fuck? But nah. Tell y'all, man, that nigga, he's just DMX, nigga. You can't go wrong. Often. It's like, listen, I could say something, I say something, all right, I say something. Watch this. Often my words fall on deaf ears. You know what I mean? Watch this. Often. He ain't say, nigga say one word. He just fuck up my whole shit. Nobody want to listen to what I got to say no more. I say often. Often. My words fall on deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? What he say? A lot of people listen, not many hear. Something like that. I know I'm fucking it up. I be talking to the nigga. He's sitting right there. I be like, where you going? He be like, yeah. Oh, nah, Tupac be coming through too. Tupac for sure come through. I'm gonna tell y'all niggas one thing. Listen. You know, all you niggas gotta remember this shit. Motherfuckers can't stop this shit. We can't stop it. You know, this is gonna be what it's gonna be. I try to tell people all the time, if you don't like it, you don't have to come here. You don't have to be a part of the shit that we doing. But you know, we're doing it. So what, you gonna be mad at me when I can't be one of the niggas who come and rise? I can't be one of them. You don't want me to win? Well, that's fine. I tell niggas all the time. Let it be what it's gotta be. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that. But you know what you're listening to when you hear these voices. You know this ain't just no impression. Nah, that's Pac, man. Oh, nah, yeah, Pac come through. I can't help that. That's just a part of it. They trying to act like I'm just some random person. I'm not a random person. Everything I do, listen, everything I've been saying to these motherfuckers is just the same thing. If they listen, but nobody wants to listen. So then, okay, you can't hear it, nobody's gonna listen. That's fine. It's fine by me. Facts, it's a soul connection, spiritual connection. That DMS be funny. That nigga say one word. It's over with. He get everybody's attention. Ain't gonna be another one of them. That's what that was. Y'all notice how we just like straight up ignored the AC? That was rude. They motherfucker been trying to speak the whole time. I peeped the scene of a vacant mind. I told my mama this my world and I ain't defined. By the words I done called up my old niggas. Safe to say them niggas still the same old niggas. Remember pit bulls in the backyard? Never knew when trouble came, had to act hard. Don't break a sweat, cause these niggas wanna catch you slipping. In they mind, if you gone, ain't no competition. Real talk and I ain't smack. Perfect track, download interface, bring it back. Stopping in the hood, it's been a long time. I see my homie still headed down the wrong line. People check it, I ain't trying to shoot them down, I ain't the police, but Lord knows ain't no love for the streets. And it's crazy how it turned around. Niggas claiming thug life in a skirt now. Real niggas in the hood must have sold out. No doubt, all the youngins ain't hip to the old rap. Cause outlaws run the streets while the pastor preach, but we forgotten about the youth that we had to teach. Can't suppose it was balanced out, cause even old head stories on the porch ain't as bad as now. And niggas hopping off at 13, another brother fell victim to the curse, see? That was back when I was 16, I wrote that. The world goes round and I watch it turn. Roll up, strike a bit, and I watch it burn. Oh Lord, have mercy on this troubled place. Oh Lord, have mercy on this troubled place. I wonder if these suckers wasn't jealous, would the world be changed? Or with my presence, would it be the same? They never thought about the itty bitty babies. Still hollering, dear Lord, have we all been forgotten? Mr. Obama didn't have to act. Niggas was stuck cause being black president was enough. That shit was fire. And all these rappers need to pipe down. A strike down Mike Brown, ain't no reason to get hyped now. And ain't no leaders in the industry. And then you think, why them niggas go through hell to finish me? I see my whole world struck out darker than black. I hear the Lord and he's calling me back. Before I leave, gotta show my face. Though I don't wanna leave my niggas in this broken place. I spoke the face, said I'm proud of the young G. And don't cry, there's a heaven for a G, FYI. The world goes round and I watch it turn. Roll up, strike a bic and I watch it burn. Oh Lord, have mercy on this troubled place. Oh Lord, have mercy on this troubled place. The world now, it turns, turning. That shit was fire. I used to play that shit for the OGs. Niggas thought it would really pop. I say, nah, nigga, this is me. This is me. If you're not always having death on your mind, I don't think they one of the ones. Because how many times Pop Talk, it come with it. That's a fact. Death is beautiful. Death is a beautiful thing. Because it's like, you can't run from it. That shit beautiful to me. Especially when you're doing something where it's like aligning to be greatness. And you have the audacity. I used to tell people like, what? Think about the type of audacity you have to hear to, audacity you have to say you're going to change the world. That's audacity. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? And for you to actually go out and do it and step and say, I'm going to do this and we going to change this, you know, and think you're going to make a change loud enough for the world to hear. Oh yeah, you one of them ones. Cause you ain't nothing but a flash in the pan. And that flash, if it's hot enough, it might make a motherfucker yell. Ah shit. You good? Yeah, a little pop, a little grease. Little grease. You know? I'm telling y'all. Gotta have that audacity, but I have audacity. That's why I know, you know, I'm not in it to be on some, oh, this gonna be perfect, like as in I won't make a mistake that I could say I could have did that differently or could have did that. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it to just do it. You know, you can't think that anything that I'm doing is worse than what's going on in this world. You can't think that anything that I've said or ever spoken or any type of, you know, name I done called and spoke on or whatever. You can't think anything that I done put forth to challenge this shit is worse than all this shit that's happening. You can't. If you do, I don't care. I don't care. You know, it's like, if I'm here, I might as well do something to change it and make it better for the next person, like the people who did what they did for me. I was just around a lot of elders yesterday who, you know, they walked miles and miles to be able to become the community they were before they built up Tom and Ray and all of that. They put in work for me to be able to be out here like I'm some master teacher. You know, Malachi put in all the work for me to be out here like I'm some master teacher. If they ain't put in the work, ain't no telling what I would have been. And I just can't, there's no disrespect, I just can't see myself as just a part of no NOI or no Hebrew. I just can't, I don't think I could have benefited the world. Not in this day and time. I can't see myself just as no spiritual conscious person. I can't see myself just as no street nigga. I can't see myself just as nobody. I had to be able to be water, to be able to morph and move into all these different lifestyles. I had to. Because I wouldn't have been able to reach the people that I need to reach if I didn't know how to go where they at. You feel me? And it took a lot of work for me to be able to be in that position. You feel me? Exactly. I'm myself too. I'm me. I'm me. What are you? I'm alive. Can't you tell? For now, I'm alive. You know? I mean, you ever died in your dream? Maybe you ever died? I died a lot of times in my dreams. There's times where I done been shot in my dreams and it fucked me up when I woke up. I'm not talking about fucked me up like, oh, that was sad. I'm talking about fucked me up like I still feel the bullet holes. I still have the stinging sensation in my brain if I was shot in my head. I still have it's like an adrenaline release at death. I know what death feel like. There's a super adrenaline release that you have to like be in the presence of mind to not panic about. But you it's like it's happening, because watch, you ain't died before. This is the first time you die in this life. So you don't know what this is. You're like, what is this feeling? It's like a super surge of adrenaline. I'm telling you what it is. You understand? And I took it out. One time I came over, it was a few times, but one of these times recently I came back over here, and it took me like a while to regain that. Actually was with one of the sisters. I said, look, can you put your hand on my back? You understand? I don't even know if she understood why I was saying it, but she did it. That's what helped me pull my essence back here together. I was still shook. I said, yo, put your hand on my back. You feel me? I'm like, these motherfuckers killed me. So I'm not scared of that. So I talked to people about it. I was just talking to one of the other sisters recently, yesterday. And she was like, yo, don't speak like that. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, and a lot of people tell me that. It's like, I'm not speaking death over myself. I was speaking like this as I was younger. I said, look, I said something like this at 14 years old. 10 years later, I'm still here. I'm not speaking death over me. I'm doing the same thing Christ said he was doing, which is claiming the authority over my life and my death. He said, what? My life is mine to lay it down and to take it up. If you go listen to the Man's World song, I say that same thing. I said, my life is mine to lay it the fuck down and I'll pick it up. It's a beautiful thing. One day we leave. Like, how long you want to stay here? You think you want to stay here the same way you thought you wanted to be in pre-K forever. You thought you wanted to be in kindergarten forever. You know, 5th grade just seems so important. All your friends and all of that. Did you really want to stay in 5th grade forever, though? Did you really? Was that life? Everything that you would have experienced and all the things you know you can do now and all. Did you really just want to be a 5th grader? You know, but in the 8th grade, and, you thought high school was so important, but you just wanted to stay there. Remember, time for graduation, you don't even want to leave. Some of y'all was ready to go. I was ready to get the fuck. But some of y'all wasn't ready to go. Okay, but then you got out and you're like, yo, this not so bad. I can do this, I can do that. Now this is open. I know it might not be ready. Some people may not be ready to understand that, but this is going to be the same way when you leave. It's going to be the same way. It's just you're responsible to make sure that when you close your eyes, you're not in hell or chaos. You feel me? I used to explain to people, I was rarely happy in life. I didn't need to be happy. You understand? Maybe just hear me out. I'm rarely happy because the happy will be a state of joy. Like I'm enjoying. When you say joy, it's like you're enjoying something. I'm not enjoying life because I'm too connected to the people that are here. I feel everything. So I'm not happy, but I'm at peace. The only time I have to worry is when my peace is disturbed. I don't need to be happy. There are times where I am happy. There are times where I'm sad. There are times I don't need that. That's not permanent. You understand? But when I'm happy, I'm at peace. When I'm sad, I'm at peace because I understand why I'm going through that emotion. You feel me? So I was ready. A lot of people didn't understand when I would explain that to them. I was, I'm rarely happy. Well, you should want to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy. But it's like it's not realistic to say that you're going to always be happy. It's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? You walk outside, you go to the bus stop. It's cold. It's 30 degrees. You like, I can deal with this. All I got to do is just get to work. Somebody drives through and splash the water all over you. You freezing cold and you're wet. You happy? It's a good day? It's just... You understand? You can't always be happy. Sometimes you're going to be disturbed. Sometimes it's going to be some stuff you don't like. But you ain't going to always be sad either. Anybody who always sad, it's like I would say, you gotta laugh at something. Like if you can't find anything that could just make you laugh, you gotta like put on some stand-up comedy. I'm sorry. You gotta do something. You gotta put on some Bill Burr. You gotta put on some goddamn Kevin Hart, whoever. If you ain't heard Bill Burr, there's a white nigga. That nigga crazy as fuck. Look at that nigga Burr. If you need to laugh, you want to laugh about shit, start your day, listen to that nigga Bill Burr. He's just a stupid ass, funny ass white boy. You know what I mean? You know, you gotta laugh at something. Something's funny. You ain't never seen nobody trip before. Now, people say you don't laugh at people, but okay, we may not laugh at them. You might check on them, but that shit was still funny. You ain't never seen a motherfucker trip? I ain't talking about, like, you know, scuff they shoe. I'm talking about really, like, go vertical in a different direction type shit. Horizontal. You ever seen a motherfucker trip? You know what I mean? You gonna laugh. If you gonna laugh, it's like, okay, you gonna laugh later when you think about that shit. Especially when they look around to see who saw. And then you gotta look like you ain't seen it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seen the videos of people in church. There was a man and a woman. And they were about to be singing, but the pastor, like, fell. And it took the strength of God. Like, the nigga turned around. Trying not to laugh. I mean, this shit is funny. It's like a blunder. It's like a glitch in the Matrix. It makes you laugh. It's like, it makes sense to me. You know, sometimes you gotta laugh about some shit. Shit is serious. I'm the first person who can tell you everything is, yo, it's some serious shit out here. But you still gotta make time to laugh. You know what I mean? But the point is, you be at peace. And what is peace? The peace is you can't control everything, family. You just can't. You can't control everything and everybody. You wouldn't even want to. You wouldn't want to. It will take the experience of diversity and, you know, adventure, and it will take that away. So you can't control every motherfucking body and everything. So that's what you learn with the science you probably heard about. Yo, you deal with the things you can't control. The things you can't, you got to accept that. You know what I mean? Accept that you can't control that. And you'll be at peace. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are. But I'll say this to you. I love you. You know, we ain't been here long. And we won't be here much longer. We think it's a long time. We won't be here much longer. All I can say is do your best to receive what you're supposed to receive while you're here. Don't take it for granted. Because you don't know how long the waiting room list is. I don't have good patience. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be mad as fuck. I get on the other side. They talking about some, all right, you can incarnate again in about another 1,000 years. I bullshit. I'm going to be the first motherfucker pop back in this bitch. I bullshit. You don't know how long the waiting list is. You know what I mean? You don't know who over there. Probably some asshole. You know what I mean? They want you to fill out a whole bunch of paperwork and answer questions about your life. Why you just watching it? Nigga like me, I'm like, bro, you work for me. Like, well, this business is concluded. You know what I mean? You don't know who waiting over there. It can't be some polite mode. It gotta be some asshole. You know, nobody wants to deal with. You know, he got the job, he don't want the job. He ain't even making eye contact. He just writing shit down. You know what I mean? So don't take this shit for granted. Yeah, maybe you don't come back here. You know what I mean? But you don't know what's next. You don't really know. You don't know what's next. They say, oh yeah, you completed the human thing. Well, it actually restarts. What do you mean restarts? You gotta go back to be an AutoZone. An AutoZone? Do I look like I want to be a fucking AutoZone? So you gotta go back. What else you want to do? What else you want to do? There's always the ghost option, but you can't touch shit. You can't do nothing. There's rules, regulation. Man, I want to talk to the manager. Here's some bullshit. So I win and I lose for winning. I can't win for losing. It's the bullshit. I mean, you don't know. You know what I mean? That one bad deed that you did. They're like, yeah, you gotta be a cockroach. Oh, bro, I'm not being nothing, bro. I'm being a cockroach. I'm committing suicide. Fuck. The first moment I realized that I'm a cockroach, I'm running in somebody's house up under their foot. Fuck. Yeah, you don't know. I mean, you can hope. That's why everybody wanted to talk about it now. It's like wishful thinking. You know, 5D. We're going to heaven. Jhana, bliss, nirvana. Hey, bro, nigga. You just don't know. You just don't. So it's like, okay, but maybe you can learn. Maybe you can know. There are things you can do, astral projection, all of that. But everybody's scared of that type of shit. You know, you don't want to learn that you have an astral body. You don't want to learn that you have an astral body and shit. Like, okay, well then, I don't know what else to tell you. The best I can say is, get the best out of life. Get the best out of life. Get the best out of life. Yeah, but I'm different. I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit when I go, you can't even send me to hell. I'm sorry, you can't. You can't send me to hell. Nigga point me down the pathway. I mean, who this for? You can't send me to hell. You can't. Bro, what? I'm at the ass. What the fuck you mean? Thou are going to, bro, watch your mouth, bro. Watch out. Bro, get out of me, bro. Watch out. I'm gonna be down there cutting the fool, for real. You know what I mean? You can't send me to hell. They gonna send me back. All I'm gonna do is be down there talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Throwing out unnecessary credentials. Nigga, do you know who the fuck I used to be, nigga? At one point in time, nigga, I was this nigga called Phase 1, nigga. People don't understand. All this shit don't mean nothing. When you leave, it's like, okay, only thing that would, I can say this, as I was taught, is you bring it with you. You bring whatever information, all that, you bring it with you. You understand? You carry that there. But you can't take none of this extra shit. Your Instagram profile ain't going with you. You stressing about you got, you know, how many followers, you ain't getting this amount of likes. Well, that shit ain't going with you. Now, I will say this, and they might take my idea and make a movie out of that shit, which I don't mind. I like to watch it. I was thinking there need to be an app where niggas leave and, you know what I'm saying, they can get notifications from motherfuckers still. They need to be able to create an app of some type where motherfucking me like, hey, what going on? You straight over there? You good? What you need? You need something? So a nigga be like, shit, yeah, nigga, some water, hot as fuck. They already got them, but they ain't called phones. You know what I'm saying? They need to have an app where a nigga can, let's say, okay, maybe we can't do it all the way. So let's say if a nigga pass on, there need to be an app where a nigga can get messages from people over here. He might not be able to respond, but you can at least see when he read it. How about that? Or you can see when she read the shit. You know what I'm talking about? So you can know that your message is getting through. They make an app like that. Or a machine like that. You talk to a nigga. Give him a fan mail, whatever. If it's like Tupac, you want to talk to Pop, boom, send him some messages. He can see where he read it. He screenshot it, post it up. Pop read my shit. I don't know how he felt about it, but he read it. You know, at least do that. You know, and then you can get responses when you go up in rank. You know, you do a certain amount of charity, you can start getting responses. The bottom line is, I love you. You know, I want you to be at peace, no matter what you've done, you know, who you become, whatever. I just want you to remember, you know, one of my peoples asked me, right, and said, yo, I need a word. You got a word for me? I said, don't send yourself to hell. No matter what you've done, you know, remember, you are young, very young, especially in your process, your journey of evolving. Don't be too hard on yourself, you know. And again, shout out to, because we about to get off out of here, shout out to everybody who's been rewiring their brain and, you know, fighting against whatever you fighting against and warring with whatever you're warring with and becoming stronger. I just salute you, and I'm telling you, you ain't by yourself. Everybody's fighting. For the people who fighting with you, you're not by yourself. You got people fighting with you. Keep going. Keep going, whatever it is. Keep going. The book Rehab will be out soon. I'll give you some more tips and things that you can do on your journey. You ain't gonna stop. Keep going. You're gonna keep going stronger. You understand? And more clarity will be coming to you about what all of this is about. In the meantime, green time. In the meantime, green time, breathe, meditate, be grateful. All right, just be grateful. You're here. There's something you can do. If you want to get something to eat, you can find a way to get. If you don't have no money, you can find a way to get some money to get something to eat. You know, you got people around you. If you don't have people around you, you can go to somewhere to get some people around you. Do your best to be at peace and be grateful about the experience that you have while you're here. You understand? And one more thing. Remember, the Matrix is a game. It's a game you should be playing. You should be playing. You should be switching shit around, flipping shit, move this element over here, pick this up. You should be playing with this Matrix. You understand? Take it on as your own. All right? I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. We'll be back. Peace. And for people who bought badges, I saw y'all. And for people who sent donations, I saw y'all. I appreciate that. That wasn't overlooked. Make sure you know I appreciate it and I love y'all. Peace.